So you've probably heard of a lazy eye, right? It's basically when the brain just kinda gives up on one eye. For like decades, the only real fix was this clunky old eye patch. But what if the cure wasn't some awful chore? What if it was as simple as just watching YouTube? Well, that's what we're gonna dig into today with Amblyotube, a VR app that's turning screen time into legit sight-saving therapy.
Okay, so why is an app like this such a big deal, such a game changer? It really all starts with the problem. You see, for teenagers, the old-school lazy eye therapy, it's not just an annoying thing they have to do. It's a full-on social and, honestly, psychological battle. And it's a battle that's really, really tough to win.
So let's talk about that traditional method, the good old eye patch. For decades, it's been the go-to treatment. But when you're a teen, it comes with some, well, let's just say some major social baggage. So here's the quick science behind it. With amblyopia, one eye's connection to the brain gets weaker and weaker. The classic fix? You patch the good eye to force the lazy eye to actually step up and do the work. I mean, it sounds simple enough in theory, but in the real world, oh, it's a whole other story.
And this right here, this is where you see the huge disconnect between what the therapy wants to do and what actually happens. The goal is simple, right? Strengthen the weak eye. But the reality for a teenager? Man, wearing a patch is it's boring, it feels isolating, and let's be real, it can be pretty embarrassing. So, what's the result? Almost nobody sticks with it. The compliance rate is just terrible.
So now let's see how this new approach just completely flips the script. Instead of forcing someone to do a boring activity, what if you could weave the therapy right into something teens are already doing every single day?
And this is it, Amblyotube. It's a VR app that cleverly embeds the therapy directly into the YouTube experience. No more boring exercises, no more chores. You're just watching your favorite videos. And that shift right there, from a medical task to pure entertainment, that's the whole key.
All right, so how in the world does this actually work? Well, this is where the magic of VR really comes into play. You know how a VR headset has two separate little screens, right? One for each eye? That's the secret sauce. It lets the app give each eye a totally different job to do, even though you're just watching the same video.
The most important part is how it handles that stronger dominant eye. Instead of a patch that just blocks everything, the app uses what it calls a dominant eye shader. Think of it like a smart dimmer switch. It just subtly blurs or shades the vision in that eye. And the best part? It's fully adjustable. So if the lazy eye is really weak, you can dial back the shading to give it a little extra help.
So while the dominant eye's view is being dimmed, the lazy eye is getting a serious boost. The lazy eye sharpener makes human figures in the video sharper, and, this is really cool, it adds a subtle flicker to them. See, our eyes are naturally drawn to things that flicker and move, so this basically acts like a visual magnet, forcing that lazy eye to pay attention and get engaged.
But look, this is way more than just making therapy fun. By training both eyes at the same time, this method fixes the single biggest flaw with patching. It's not just about making one eye stronger anymore. It's about teaching both eyes how to finally work together as a team. Yeah, this quote from the app's creator really just nails it. Think about it. With patching, you're only ever training one eye at a time. You're never teaching them how to work together, how to cooperate. So the second that patch comes off, what happens? The brain just goes right back to what it knows, using the dominant eye. It's like the teamwork lesson never even happened. And this table just lays it all out perfectly. Patching, super low engagement. It only trains one eye at a time. That's called binocular vision, and you can't adjust it at all. Amblyotube, on the other hand, is high engagement. It trains both eyes together, that's binocular vision, and it's totally customizable. The end goal isn't just a stronger lazy eye, it's getting the brain to finally see properly with both.
Okay, so are you interested, thinking this might be for you or someone you know? Here's what you need to know to get started. Let's just run through the details real quick.
First off, the app is really designed for users 13 and up. You know, the very group that has the hardest time with patching. You will need a VR headset, something like a MetaQuest. From there, it's super simple. You just tell the app which is your lazy eye, search for literally any YouTube video you want, and boom, you're good to go.
Now, to see real improvement, the recommendation is about 30 to 40 minutes a day. And let's be honest, that's about the length of a typical YouTube deep dive anyway, so it's a pretty easy habit to get into.
And this is a really, really important point. While it's fun, it is still therapy, and it's happening inside a VR headset. To avoid any kind of excessive eye strain, you should never use it for more than an hour a day. That 30 to 40 minute mark, that's really the sweet spot.
You know, for years, we've all been taught that screen time is the problem. But what Amblyotube shows us is that maybe
it can actually be the cure. This isn't just some clever app, you guys. It's a real glimpse into the future of digital medicine, a future where our daily digital habits, the stuff we do anyway, aren't a distraction from our health, but are literally the platform we use to heal ourselves.